Yeah, this is an untouchable funk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. This for all the players and the playettes, wherever you at, you dig? I'm talking about from this side, that side, east side.
All right, good morning, good afternoon. Listen, thank you guys for watching my videos. I appreciate you. If you're a subscriber, God knows I love you. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. It's free. Question of the day is, can you survive as an expat in the Philippines being cheap? What do we mean by cheap? Cheap, I determine cheap as getting by, receiving material or physical gains at a minimum expense to yourself, whether it's something you have to do in exchange for it or money you exchange for services rendered, and you expect to always spend or pay for whatever you receive the least amount possible. Whether that amount is fair or not, you perceive that to be the way to be. Okay? Cheap. Well, in some instances, you can get away with being cheap. But what I'd like to suggest to you is that in the long run, you're going to lose. There's a thing here in the Philippines called in chicken chick. And chicken chick is basically Chinese products that imitate U.S. products and other country products, but they're made very, very cheaply. They look like U.S. made products. They look just like them. But when you touch them, put your hands on them, feel them, go to use them, they in chicken chick. They cheap. They won't last long. Okay? They fall apart. And what I'm suggesting is when you be cheap, your relationships become in chicken chick. They become cheap. They'll fall apart. Why? Let's go back to an American cliche. You get what you pay for. So if you want to be cheap just because everything you see is inexpensive, or you know that you have a financial advantage over the majority of the people here, so therefore you feel that your negotiations should give you some type of leverage which allow you to pay a lower price, as you would find business dealings in the USA. So um, one second, my water company's here. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. I have an issue with my water meter. Well, at first I had an issue with my bill. One month they charged me like 3 times. I pay 150 pesos a month, okay? And that's supposed to be for 10 cubic, whatever. But one month, I think in May, they charged me almost 500. So I complained. One thing you find out in the Philippines, don't complain, okay? I complain. Hey, I only pay 150. You charge me 400 plus. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to pay it from now on. Give me a bill. So the next month, they said, sir, your water meter is not working. We can't give you a bill. You need to replace your water meter. Oh, no. I said, oh, okay, right. The next month, they say, sir, either you replace your water bill or we're going to cut your water off. What? Replace your water meter or we're going to cut your water off. Oh, no. Next month, they said, sir, do you want us to cut your water off or will you buy a meter? I says, okay, I'll buy a meter. So the guy came by this morning to get the money to buy the meter, replace the water meter. Okay. So that's what you get when you complain in the Philippines. Not only did it cost me an additional month's water bill, but now it's costing me like 1,300 pesos to replace the meter, and they're going to check to see if I have a leak or anything. And if I got a leak, that's going to be an additional charge to find the leak and fix it. Duh. It's best not to complain in the Philippines. So anyhow, being cheap, okay? You want to get by with at least amount as possible. Because why? It's in a Westerner's DNA. Why should I pay more when I know that X, X, Y, Z, boom, 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 boom? Well, let's put it like this. My daddy used to say, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Okay? So, if you're here, you see the conditions of the people. You see the advantages that you have with your income. You see the lifestyle that you're living. Because the lifestyle that you're living here is certainly not one that you could live back in wherever you're from. USA, UK, whatever. It's not. You could, even if you went to rural West Virginia, you couldn't live like you live here in the Philippines. Because one thing for sure and two for certain, you wouldn't be able to afford the food or nothing. Okay? So anyhow, if you want to be cheap, rethink that. Reason why I say rethink that is because if you be cheap, you go get in chick. And I explained to you what in chick is. Okay? And the worst thing in the world is to be labeled cheap in the Philippines. And you're a foreigner. You're a foreigner and you want to be cheap. So everybody and their mama go up in you. Whenever they see you, when you go in the marketplace, trust and believe me, when you go in the marketplace, somebody go tell you that a kilo of chicken is 225 pesos. And everybody else you see paying 165 a kilo. And every vendor you go to, they telling you 225 a kilo. You can't find one vendor that'll sell you a kilo of chicken for 165. The same thing you see them buying from others, because they spread the word that this guy is cheap. Charge him more. Why? Why do they have that mentality? Because you got it. You got the money. They don't have it. They can't get it. But you got it. And you're choosing to be cheap. Oh, you don't want to be labeled cheap in the Philippines, man. Even your woman ain't gonna like you. You don't believe me? Ask them. They don't like no cheap man. Now, you can deny them. You can say, no, not now. We can't get this now or whatever. But, man, don't let them think you cheap. Don't let them know that you just cheap, that you got it, but you just don't want to spend it. Don't do that. Because, man, she'll turn on you like a rattlesnake, bro. It's just something about it. They don't like being cheap. People that be cheap, they don't like it. And what you got to remember is that you're not in the USA. You're not in the UK. You're in the Philippines, man. You can't just take advantage of people. This ain't your country. And if they feel like you taking advantage of them, they gonna take advantage of you. Now, as a Westerner, you gonna get taken advantage of, surely, simply because they know you got it. And they need it. They want it. So yeah, some places you go pay more. I went to the store one time, and I had a live stream, And I thought the lady told me 160 a kilo. And when I went to pay for it, she said 170 a kilo. So I said on my live stream, see, as a foreigner, you go pay more. They'll up the price on you. But look what happened. I had a subscriber. He said he watched the video over and over and over, so there would be no mistake. He said, sir, that lady told you 170 from the very beginning. She did not tell you 160. I heard 160. She didn't say 160. The subscriber said he listened to the video over and over. Said that lady told you 170. And 170 is what everybody else paid that was in line in front of you. That's what they paid, 170. But, you see, was I being cheap or was I being... no, I paid the money, but it was just my mindset. And the reason why I'm so conscious about the conversation was because now, in being here in the Philippines and understanding how things work, my mindset is very important. Not only what I do, what I say, but how I think, how you rationalize things is important. If a negative or a thought occurs to you that has no bearing, that you have no reason for, that's not founded, you need to work on that. You need to work to change that. Because those thoughts can not only affect you, but can affect people around you. You see how in that video I said that this woman raised the price on me. So I not only spoke negatively about her, but I had a negative feeling about her. Okay? And it was all wrong. Because what? I thought I heard her say 160. I thought she was raising the price on me. When the reality is, if she said 170, I should have just paid it with no hesitation. You see? Was it because I was being cheap or was it because I thought I was being cheated? So that's something that both are negative. And the ideal is negativism, negative thoughts bring about negative actions. And negative actions bring about more negativity. And negativity leads to unproductive and miserable life. So how do you eliminate that? Control your thoughts. Control your thoughts. Cheap is a thought process rather. Being cheap is a thought process. Okay? And being cheap is not always fiscally responsible. Remember, you get what you pay for. You want to be cheap? In chicken chick. Okay, listen, I'm going to let you guys go. And I want you to remember one thing for sure and two for certain. When you help other people, you truly help yourself. Okay? If you think that you got a toxic relationship, work on it. There is a positive solution. You don't have to build walls around yourself. You don't have to run away. You don't have to live in a secret society. You don't have to do none of that. There's a solution. And it starts right here. It starts up here. It starts with your thinking. How you think, how you perceive things, and what you're seeing and how you're interpreting what you're seeing. Okay? Let me show you guys something real quick. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I don't know if this is right. Okay, let me see. That paused the video. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to turn this around. Well, let's just do this. Well, don't worry about it. I wanted to, here, I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Look, these are Sarama bantams. See that? Sarama bantams. Can you see? I hope you can see. Well, okay, let me get out of here because my little neighbors are on the warpath. And that crying gets on my nerves. Look, Sarama. See? I don't know where they're running off to. You see that? I got some nice chilies too, man. You know? I got some nice chilies. I wish I was able to switch this lens around. I don't know what I did here. But, see my chilies, man. Can you see them? And then over here, these are extremely hot, man. These chilies are, damn, somebody been picking my chilies. These are extremely hot, you know? Now, one other chili that's very hot, I'm gonna show you real quick. These chilies here are really, really hot. Can you see that chili? I hope you can see it. See that chili? Really hot. This chilies here, my bird's been up in here, full of eating my leaves. That's why this is hanging down. These chilies here, can you see them? I don't know. Yeah, there they go. These chilies are extremely hot. And the boss hog of them all is these. These are so hot, man, they'll burn your tongue off. But I love them. Yeah, I love them to death. I gotta have them. You know, these are peppers. They got yellow, green, red. Okay. Look how them chickens been eating my darn plants. They're gonna pay for that. I get them too much food for them to be eating my plants. Oh, I had to get new mirrors, you know, and a new phone holder. I remember I told you I had four crashes, and in the last crash, I broke one mirror, so I couldn't find just one mirror. So my neighbor, he went and bought me the two mirrors. You know, can you see that? Was it upside down? Let's see. He bought me these two mirrors. Okay, let me stop this because I'm probably showing you all kind of crazy stuff. It's not making sense. Listen, God bless, take care. Remember, when you help other people, you're truly helping yourself. See you guys later.